Hi, I'm here to talk about the word gap signpost for informational text. Word gaps occur whenever you come across a word that you don't understand. There are several reasons a word might be confusing. Maybe it has multiple meanings and it's being used in a way you don't recognize. Or it might be a rare or technical word, something that doesn't usually come up in basic reading or conversation. It might be a word that's so specific to a certain subject that someone who is not an expert isn't likely to know it. Or maybe it's a word that seems confusing because it refers to something a few sentences or even paragraphs back, and you sort of forget the connection by the time you see it. Word gaps also happen when authors use words that you do understand, but in different descriptive ways, like in similes and metaphors. But no matter the reason, when you come across a word you don't understand, it helps to begin by asking yourself these questions. Do I know this word from someplace else? Does it seem like technical talk for this topic? Can I find clues in the text to help me understand the word? The answers will help you decide if you need to keep reading for more information or stop and look the word up. The point is not to get you to pass a vocabulary test, but to help you better understand what you're reading. Let's try it out by looking at this passage. If you've ever rolled down a hill, you know how much fun it can be to let gravity take sway of your body for a few seconds. But imagine rolling down a hill inside a giant plastic orb. Zorbing is the recreational sport of riding down a slope inside an interconnected set of spheres. While early models of Zorbs included gimbal arrangements, a pivoted support that allows the rotation of an object about a single axis. Modern Zorbs are much simpler and are made up of a smaller plastic ball connected to a larger one with nylon strings or cords. This allows for an appropriate level of shock absorption and a maximum level of fun. So the first word gap that I found is this word, sway. It's confusing to me because this sentence is talking about rolling down a hill. And to me, sway means to move back and forth. But as I read on, I don't see any mention of moving back and forth. So I think this is one of those multiple meaning words, and the author is just using it here to mean control. The next word gap signpost that I see is the word zorbing. The author has put the word in bold and has given the definition right away. I still don't fully understand what it is based on the sentence alone, but I'm hoping to learn more as I read on since this seems to be the main topic of the passage. The author explains here that zorbing involves riding in a smaller plastic ball that is kept in place inside a larger one with strings or cords. Now I understand this well enough to know it sounds like fun. I think the biggest word gap for me was this part. Even though the author includes a definition of gimbal arrangements in parentheses, I still don't really understand what they are. I'm not quite sure what pivoted means, and I recognize the word axis from math class, but I can't picture what it would be in this arrangement. So this whole sentence includes technical talk that I would definitely need to look up or ask someone about since I can't get the general idea from the text. Whenever I find the word gap signposts, I take note. And I ask myself these questions. Do I know this word from someplace else? Does it seem like technical talk for this topic? Can I find clues in the text to help me understand the word? If I can say yes to at least one of these questions, then I know what to do to help me figure out what the word means in the text.